Hello, welcome back. I'm going to continue to talk, of course, about my book, King Paimon, The Lord of the Endless Silence, The Lord of the Abyss. And it is a very good vibe, very good inspiration. It's a very good book. It's a very beautiful book. I cannot even explain in words how beautiful this book is, how full of knowledge, of wisdom, of things that one has never read. It is truly unique. I don't just say that because it's my book. Of course, in one way or another, yes, of course, I do say it because it is my book and I know what I have written. I know what it's about. I know what I'm saying. No, so it's I'm not lying when I'm saying that. It is the truth, and I will continue to read from the book in different recordings as much as I can. Today, I did read yesterday. Today I will not. Today I will do a little bit exercise about the mirror. It's almost to say, well, if one movement was in this direction, it doesn't mean that the second movement is going to be in the same direction. No, there's always freedom of choice, freedom of how one feels, how one is able. No, there is no force, there is no corruption in this way. No, to say, well, I read yesterday, now I continue to read, so I don't function this way. I cannot, and I don't even want to know. Of course, the recordings are about my books, and if someone is interested, I welcome you to buy it. I'm sure, I promise, you will not be disappointed. You will not be sorry to buy this book, or you are not going to be sorry reading from it or listening to the recordings. It is always about knowledge. If you are a seeker of knowledge, if you are a seeker of wisdom, if you are a seeker of truth, if you need forces, strong power, Paimon is your man. No? This book is your book, so to say. There is no going around it now. If you listen to me and you feel some type of interest, then you should buy the book. That's the sign that you should have the book. You should read from the book, and you can order it on Amazon internationally. You can have it delivered to your home, and of course, that's the beautiful part of modern era. No, it's not expensive. It costs $30 or 30 euros. It is a little higher the price because it is a large book, but let's be honest, it is not a big amount of money, no. I am still thinking about what I should talk today, and as I've said, I want it to be a very nice reading, calm, and at the same time I want to be something interesting, something high vibration, something positive, something unique. And it doesn't have to be always intellectual, no. Of course, when Paimon asks us to do the exercise with the mirror, one has to have a certain type of concentration and ability to think, now ability to meditate or concentrate their own minds, and it's not always the case, no. I'm not always in the mood for that, and maybe it is time. The answer is because it's time to speak about something else, no. This is the 74 recording. It's part of a playlist that I've made until now, 74 recordings about the thematic. Each recording is unique, speaking about the book or the different exercises, it's always like different elements combined together, so it is not boring. I did some readings from the book from the beginning, 2 of them, and yesterday I did another one, the number 72. I was reading from the book. I just opened the book in a certain page now, free like that, and it was page 334, and I read a few pages from the book in my voice. And as I said, there's always a multitude of choices, and it's always the question, okay, I would say, well, let's ask Paimon what I should talk about. I did have some very beautiful visions, I must say, with Paimon, and I had some other visions about my father in a past life, and it was a vision that I had and I described in another book of mine called The Raven, which I'm going to publish soon, but the vision that I had was beyond that, and it was very, I cannot say the vision, but it was extremely powerful, revealing. It changed me forever. at the same time as the book Paimon changed me forever. Me and Paimon are eternally bound. Me and Paimon are eternally in love. I love Paimon. I love Paimon very, very much, and I know Paimon loves me the same. No, there is a connection. For me, Paimon is real. It is part of my book, he's a character in my book, but I know that Paimon is real, and I'm not wrong when I say that scientifically, no, or archaeological or from historical point of view. Paimon does exist, and he still exists. Paimon is eternal. That's the meaning of Paimon. That's the most beautiful high meaning that I can say, and it is the truth. Paimon is eternal. And I know why I'm saying that, and I have so many correlations through the story, how everything came together, what I saw, what I felt when I was writing the book, when I was meditating on the book, when I do the recordings, the visions that I had. I cannot explain now. It's almost to say because it is out of this world. It is something that is connected to the past and the future, at the same time very much connected to the present. And I did try to speak for others to know and say, well, if one wants to connect with Paimon, how one should do it, no? I was speaking about this as well. If you're interested, please listen to the recordings or buy the book. But I think the recordings are even more helpful because I speak in detail, no? About some aspects of Paimon, how one can recognize Paimon, how can one work with Paimon, how can one approach Paimon in a beautiful way, no? It is not to say, for me, it is not complicated, no? To say, well, I honor Paimon from the beginning. There is nothing inside me, there is no shadow inside me, no? There is no fear inside me when it comes to Paimon. There is nothing that can put me away from Paimon, no? Because the way Paimon has seen me, I'm able to see Paimon as well, no? I'm able to feel the resonance of his soul or his presence, and even if it is dark in the meaning of dark, no, of what he represents, it is not the dark of evil, it is opposite of that. He is the eternal child, he is the eternal traveler, and he has been from the beginning, no, till the end, until eternity. So there is no end when it comes to Paimon. So one can imagine the amount of knowledge, the amount of wisdom, the amount of love, the amount of eternity, no, that he carries in his aura, that he carries with him. At the same time, he's a very humble man. No, there's nothing. It's said, he's a magician. He shows as much as he wants, and I enjoy that. I know one side who Paimon is, now what he represents. At the same time, I acknowledge, his presence, and it's actually not about the high level of that. That's not the point of it. No, it's not to say, well, we're not monkeys jumping on the chest, and I look at me. There's nothing ugly when it comes to Paimon. There's nothing about low vibration when it comes to Paimon. It is impossible. It doesn't exist in that reality, no? So if somebody has thoughts like that when it comes to Paimon, you have to clear that out for you or for yourself, okay? Because it's not correct. It is false. It is a false belief. It is low vibration. It is ugly. It is actually not true, no? And regarding the book, actually, it is not only a large book, it is a book full of meaning, and one can read just 1 or 2 pages and find something absolutely incredible in it. Then when you read the book, if you ever read it, you'll understand what I mean when I talk about Paimon, why I love Paimon so much. Why do I love him so much? No, why? I could ask my question this millions of times why, and I will still enjoy to answer. Why do I love Paimon so much? Well, it is written in the book. It is written in the book. And I have, of course, personally even more reasons why I love Paimon so much. And I always love Paimon, and I always consider Paimon, the book, my masterpiece, my absolutely masterpiece. And I'm sure, even if not now, maybe not necessarily, who knows in which time. It doesn't even matter for me, because I have written the book. My work is done in that way, there's nothing for me to worry about. If some people would love to read it, I'm happy. If not, it will happen in the future. There's no rush. There is no constraint. There is no push. There is no force. I'm not here to convince you, in a way of marketing. Buy my book. I'm not lying. I'm never lying. I don't lie. I'm a seeker of truth. For me, truth is even more important than wisdom, even more important than love. Truth is everything. So how can I ever be a liar? I am not a liar. If I say something false, it's because I don't know better, or I try to correct, and so on and so forth. But I try to keep to the things I know and keep to the truth. And I think that Paimon loves. You cannot reach Paimon if you are a liar. You cannot reach him if you have bad intent. You cannot reach him if you have darkness on your soul. You will never reach Paimon. You cannot. You cannot. It's impossible. So if you really want, you have to clear out and approach. Even if you don't know nothing about the subject, approach it with a clean heart, with a pure interest, as a child does, as a student does. That's the correct way. You don't have to follow my way. Don't follow my way. My way is my way, because I had to write the book. My way is different, And if I speak about my recordings in different, is to help, is to enlighten, is to bring light, or it's just for my own pleasure, or it is for my book. And if it was helpful in some way, I'm happy. And I think it is, But when you approach Paimon, if you want to work with Paimon in your own life, do it this way. Approach him, ask of him, but you have to ask in pure, in honesty, in pure light. You cannot have a bad intent or a second. Paimon sees everything. Paimon, if he approaches you, he will see everything what you carry in your soul, in your silence. You cannot fool Paimon. You cannot. And for me, it is nothing to be scared of. For me, it's something beautiful. I didn't expect Paimon to arrive when he arrived. And I have nothing to hide in my heart and soul. If he wants to see, he can see. I have nothing to hide. I love him. And if he doesn't, even if the story say, if I will not have written the book, I will still have the same feeling. But I'm happy that I wrote the book. I'm happy that he chose me to write the book. I'm happy that I have him, Of course. As I've said, once you read the book, you will understand even more what I'm talking about. Things will make sense even more, for you as yourself, And I do recommend to work with Paimon. And if it doesn't work from the first time, so don't give up, meditate on him, ask of him. But as I've said, it has to be in a pure light. It will not function other ways. Don't do it other ways, okay? There's always a little warning. It's almost to say, of course, Paimon speaks about don't be a fool, If it's raining outside, if it's a thunderstorm, go home, Don't stay outside. Don't expect for the danger to come, Be prepared. At the same time, be humble, be honest. Even doesn't matter what level you are. We are all fools in some way or another. There's always more to be learned. And say, I am a fool. I am a fool so many times. It's no problem. It's no problem to be a fool. Sometimes it's helpful. Sometimes it's necessary to be a fool. That's not a problem for Paimon. But Paimon doesn't like if your heart is dark, if you seek things for bad reasons, if you want enlightenment but in a dark or bad way. He will not give you that. Okay? There's always the intent, the intention that goes beyond the seeking, the intention beyond the word, the intention beyond, There is a clearing of the soul. There is a clearing of the heart to say, it's almost to say, I had to learn so many things in my life, each one, to write, to read, and that, and it did bring me further, At the same time, Paimon says, wisdom, learning, teaching, gathering new knowledge, it is for elevation purpose. It is for your own soul. You do it for yourself. You don't do it for no one. You do it for yourself. And Paimon, he's there to help. If you are honest in your request and you are willing to do the work, as I've said, Paimon is going to help, and he's going to protect you and going to help you. He's going to guide you further on your path. But it is a choice, no? You don't have to. Only if you feel it, only if you seek it, only if it comes to you, only if it's there, you know. And so, well, this recording, maybe it does help, maybe it does bring one there, you know. And that's why maybe it is my work to prepare, to say, well, yes, you can go, but please, you know, don't be a fool a second, you know, don't be a fool, no. Be a fool once, but don't be fool. A little preparation is always needed. There is always, say, well, there's so many ways that Paimon teaches, and it's very, very easy and very beautiful the way he does it. And it even through the way he's teaching, one can learn so much. And then, depending on your subjects, what your interest is, what your interests are, he's going to work on that. Even if there are many different subjects, Paimon knows exactly how to teach one. He knows how to combine exactly the elements you need. And it is about truth. It is about bringing one to the true self, to the deeper self, or how you say, sometimes you go inwards and then you can elevate, you go outwards. There is always a propelling factor, or at the same time, even if it's just one step after another, it is moving, it is still projecting forward. So we are always learning, we are always evolving, there is always this element of change. But what Paimon teaches is not the seeking of knowledge or wisdom without a safe boat. No, we say, well, if that knowledge brings me further away from who I am, it is not doing me any well. It has to be connected to who I am, to my own person, to your own person. And then it's, well, he has his own way, that's his own, his domain and his power. But Paimon can teach through one word. He can teach through one second. He's able to change things for, he is truly powerful. He's truly a magician. I will never question his powers, and I don't even want to understand his powers, because that's his own dominion. But I know what I'm talking about. That's what I want to say. Paimon will come and will reveal himself in different ways. You will be so amazed. You will not believe that this is ever real, but believe it, because it is. And Paimon is no fool. He doesn't say, well, the things he does is not illusion. It is reality. It is just out of this real world. But the things he shows are even more real than our real world, just so you understand. It is I say, I can only call it Paimon's knowledge. There is no other name. There is no other hat. It's not esoteric. It's none of that. It's really none. It's all false. It is simply Paimon's knowledge. As I said, Paimon is unique. Paimon is just one. Paimon that's his penmanship. That's his craftsmanship. That is his dominion. That is his way. I cannot duplicate it. No one can duplicate it. No one can say Paimon what to do. Paimon is a king. He's sovereign. He's almost like I feel bad now. Say, well, it's not like I'm asking other people to go to Paimon. I'm not asking that. Of course not. I'd say it will be foolish of me. At the same time, there is a part of me who say, well, if somebody needs help with somebody, or if it's meant to be, I'm trying to explain or help that. In some way or another, it's helpful, or through the book. That's a part of the element of my book. Even if I didn't write the book for this purpose, I wrote the book as a book, for Paimon. It was actually, my book is for Paimon, and that's how it should be. My book was written to honor Paimon, to show my gratitude and my love to Paimon. That's how I felt. That's what I wanted. That was my intention, nothing else. there's always a purity, a cleanness when it comes to my intention and to my being. They say, well, I do write book, and of course I will be happy to sell many books and make a lot of money. I would love to see Paimon book even in a movie. I even write my books in this way that they can be filmed, especially a large book as Paimon can definitely be made in a movie, and why not? I will be more than excited, accelerated, happiness, full, that could ever be a dream or reality once, no? To say, Paimon says, dreams which are illusions, meaning they don't exist yet, can become reality. Dreams are not dreams as illusions, as they don't exist. They are part of or can be part of the future, which can be the real, no? There is not a clear cut. Everything is connected. There is not to say we cut here, then this part cannot ever come to that, no? And he even represents that, because he represents the abyss. It means that he's the one who brings things together. He's the one who connects things, no? He's the one who's able to make the jump in this way. And Paimon definitely, he is very, very evolved. His level is very, very high. I cannot even explain how evolved Paimon is. I don't even have to, because he doesn't, it is not about that. It's not a human egocentric point of, oh, how big, how great, how wonderful, how large, when I say, well, my book is these pages, that's the truth. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes negative. Maybe some people will say, well, that's 745 pages, it's a large book. I don't like large books. I'm not able to transport it with me, no? Other people will say, well, I absolutely I would love to have that book because it's large. It's a huge thematic, no? But for me, it doesn't make any sense, because the number of the pages I had to write the book, it was the number of the pages that I wrote the book. It has no other further meaning than that. It's just to say, well, of course, because it's a large, Paimon is a large subject, it has to be like that. I cannot write the book about Paimon 200 pages. It would be, I will laugh at myself, no? But from the practical point of view, some people will say, well, it's a large book. Why did I write such a large book? I know why I wrote such a large book, and it all makes perfectly sense to me. It has to be like that. There is no mistake. I don't do mistakes in my work, especially on this one. I worked on this like fine jewelry. I worked on this. You cannot imagine the detail that I put, and I'm not lying. I put in this book every part of my concentration to make it as perfect as it is. There is no mistake in the book. There is absolutely no mistake. Number of pages exactly how it's supposed to be. As I've said, I will not change the book. It is already finished. It is already available to buy on Amazon if you want. I can always change the manuscript, but I will not change it. I'm happy as it is. I like that it's a large book. I absolutely love it. And it is not a large book just full with pages. As I've said, each page has a lot of value, has a lot of special meaning or secrets or the story. It is absolutely beautiful. Even if one will read it from beginning to end, it is an absolutely gorgeous experience. I do recommend it for people who really love to read. I know there are many people who love to read large books. So this is a great invitation. If you enjoy that, take King Paimon book and enjoy, take it in your hands, read from it. Or if you just want to read a few pages, it's fine. As I've said, I will do different recordings, reading from the book, so more people can understand what the book is about. No, as I've said in another recording, always go by the book. The book is like, I can talk about it and it seems like a little bird, blah, blah, blah. You have to have the book, or I said I will read from the book, so the book speaks for itself. I don't have to explain so much, but I will do different recordings. I will concentrate my further recordings on different exercises that we enter more in the spiritual, esoteric, meditative process of working on oneself now, and I'm going to record this type of thematics, and the other thematics will be just me reading from the book in different pages, in different parts of the book, for 15-20 minutes, as long as possible, and I hope you're going to enjoy that. Thank you so much for listening. If you're interested to buy the book, you find it on Amazon. You just put on Amazon King Paimon, or you put my name, Anais Giulia. You can find all the books that I have written. I have approximately 21 books published on Amazon, and you find King Paimon, or just write King Paimon, and you're going to find the book. It is this beautiful cover, darker cover, with my name, the description on the back with a photo of mine, and the title of the book is King Paimon, the Lord of the Endless Silence, Lord of the Abyss, written by Anais Giulia. Me, I'm the author of the book, and thank you so much for listening. I wish you all the best. Until next time, bye.